If you don't want 10x returns in next 5 to 7 years, then don't watch this video. If you do want, then watch this video till the end. Probably this is the third or fourth video of mine on the same location, and because I am very bullish on this particular location, because I know for the fact that if you buy in this particular location today, 5 years, 7 years down the line, you will be sitting at 10x returns, be it in the capital appreciation form or be it in the rental yield, which is going to be phenomenal in this particular location. Hello everyone, this is Sandeep here and welcome once again to my channel. Today I'm going to talk about a favorite location of mine, which has been from last couple of years. I have done a lot of transactions in this particular location because I am personally very positive about this. I have spoken about this particular location in almost all of my videos, and this location is Emaar South. Now, why I say this is going to be the best location for investment, it's something that if you have seen my previous videos, you would have noticed also that the government is spending a lot in this particular location. And it is no brainer that wherever government is investing, that's the area to be invested for. But in today's video, what we are going to do is we are going to deep down into the facts and numbers. I'm going to show you how the trend have been in last couple of years for Emaar South as a location, what you can expect. Also, there is a lot of discussion these days about the airport noise, so I'm going to touch upon that topic as well. And at the end of the video, I'm going to tell you what is coming up next, what are the per square feet prices that you can expect, and what is the best investment strategy in Emaar South. So stay tuned till the end of the video, and if you like this presentation of mine, don't forget to like, share and subscribe to the channel. Let's begin. Before we go to the actual numbers and other details, if you want to see a community tour of Emaar South, I have done a separate video. You can click here and watch that video. Now, I want to tell you about the location. I have done it many times, but let's just go through the location aspect once again, because we're talking about Emaar South community specific. Now, this is Maktoum International Airport. This is your Expo City. This is your Dubai South community. And then you have this parcel of land, which is going to be a golf district or a residential district. Now, if I have to show you again only the Emaar South community, then this parcel of land is Emaar South. Now, from the location perspective or accessibility perspective, you have a 311 highway going on, which this side goes to Abu Dhabi and this side comes to DXB. Also, you have in 611, which is again Abu Dhabi on this side and DXB on this side. So this is, you can say, between 311 and 611. There is a close connectivity to Palm Jebel Ali. You have the Jebel Ali port here, which gives another advantage to this community. We'll come to that on the later part of the video when we will be discussing about the clientele or the target audience for this community. So if you look at from the location point of view, it is right next to Maktoum International Airport, very close to Palm Jebel Ali, Jabza, sandwiched between two major highways of the UAE as in country. So it gives you quick access wherever you want to go. Accessibility is very great. Now let me just zoom in and show you how far it is to the airport or how close it is to the airport, and then we'll discuss about the noise issue that is being discussed a lot these days. So let me just zoom into this. So you can see this is coming from 311, okay, and then you have the logistic city here. You will get an access to logistic city from here. If you come straight down, this is the roundabout. If you take left from here, you go to the arrivals and departures of the Maktoum International Airport. And if you come right, you are at the gate of Emaar South community. Now, from the airport perspective or the noise level perspective, if you have a runway which is parallel to your community, like in this case, there is one runway here, there's another runway here, and there's going to be multiple runways here. So the flight path is not right above your head. The flights will be taking off parallel to your location where the noise level is high because of the area being in the direct flight path. Let me show you an example of that. If you are aware about the Dubai Maldives, which is very close to Dubai International Airport, now that area comes directly into the flight path of Dubai. Let's say this is your Dubai International Airport. So let's take an example of DXB International Airport. Now in this case, you see the runways. So the flight path is like this, and it is like this. So anything which comes in this, especially this area called Dera or this area called Mirdif, the flights are passing above your head. So the noise level in Mirdif, Dera, in Dubai Island would be little higher for now. Once the airport moves to Al Maktoum International, then the noise level would reduce substantially. Whereas if you consider the areas like this, which is like Garhood, or for that matter Jaddaf, or on this side Nahda, the noise level is not that much. It gets spread away and it gets minimum as you move away from the airport. Same thing will happen in Al Maktoum International Airport case as well. Emaar South is adjacent to Al Maktoum International Airport, and it is not into the flight path of the airport. So the noise levels would be not that high. Also these days we get very good materials that would do a noise reduction of the property. So don't worry about the noise level, it won't be that high. Now let's talk about the master plan of Emaar South, what they have done and what is you can expect in the future. So this is the master plan of Emaar South. It's a massive community with 18-hole championship golf course. It has apartments, townhouses, independent villas. Then you will have lots of parks and lots of amenities. Let's see what all Emaar has delivered so far and what is upcoming. So the first launches were in this part. They had launched Urbana 1, 2, 3. Those were mainly townhomes where you have one apartment on the ground floor, one on the first floor. Then they launched the townhouses, which are basically G+1, 3-bedroom and 4-bedroom townhouses. Those were launched at a price of around 990,000 dirhams for a 3-bedroom and around 1.3 million dirhams for a 4-bedroom. So they launched Expo Golf Villas 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 like this. Then they launched one of the community here, which is called Golf Links Independent Villas. In my previous video, I have shown the appreciation of what kind of appreciation these villas have got. Then they launched a couple of townhouses cluster here. You can expect another couple of townhouses cluster in this part. So if I have to tell you in terms of apartment, because this video is mainly about the apartments in Emaar South, they have launched one building which is already delivered, that's called Golf Views, and which is here, this part. So the Golf Views apartments are already delivered, people are already staying in, and the transaction values are appreciating. Before the announcement of the expansion of Al Maktoum International Airport, the prices were different. After the announcement, the prices are different. I'll show you the actual prices in some point of time. But let's understand, the one apartment cluster is already ready and people are staying in. And then Emaar is now launching the apartment clusters. So let me just clear this out so that we can focus on the apartments. Now, this is already done. Then what they're doing is they will be launching all these apartments. As per the master plan, all the apartments are right on the golf course. So you can expect the supply is going to be considerably high in this particular location. But having said that, the airport operations or the Emirates, which is going to move to the Al Maktoum International Airport, the supply won't be that high. I'll tell you why and how Emirates takes the places for their crew accommodation. If you are in Dubai, you know that Emirates has taken multiple buildings across Dubai for their crew accommodation. Emirates itself has around 100,000 people working on their payroll. Forget about third parties. When Emirates moves 100% to Al Maktoum International Airport, they move along with their team, along with their people. So, and in today's time, where Emirates has multiple buildings across the city, they need to have the transportation facility as well. So they have different transportation for different location, different timings. Now imagine you are decision maker of Emirates, and currently you are sending hundreds of buses throughout the day to different parts of Dubai, adding cost to you, whereas you can get multiple buildings right next to your doorstep, wherein you can have a shuttle services throughout the day. Whoever wants to go, they can just take a shuttle and go to the airport. That will save a lot of cost on the Emirates side as well. So most likely, majority of the buildings, Emirates is going to be the #1 client of yours they might take your apartment individually, or they might take the entire building on rent as well, because that's how they have been doing. So I don't see there is too much of supply, but there's going to be too much of demand as well in the future. So they have this much of supply to come. They launched 2 buildings recently. These are already sold out: Golf Point, Golf Acres and Golf Dale. These buildings are already sold out. They might launch something on this side in next coming few days. So that is the opportunity you should be grabbing on, because Emaar, as a developer and building a community, they make sure that with every passing launch they increase the pricing. Now let me show you something. What were the pricing in the Golf Views couple of years back? What was the price at Golf Point, the first building recently was launched, and what was the last building launched at? The per square feet pricing, if you see, are very different from the one which is already ready, at which price that building was launched. So let me show you the per square feet pricing of these buildings. So now let me show you what is the pricing of Golf Views, the building which is already ready. Now we are on DXB Interact. You can see Golf Views. Let's say last month the price is 1430 dirhams per square feet. There's one transaction last month which is of 664. Just keep note of this size, 664, with the price of 1430 dirhams per square feet. The total price is coming out 950,000. Now this is for the last month. Let me do it for, let's say, last 1 year. Let's see what was the per square feet price a year back and what is the per square feet price now. Now you can see there were 43 transactions in last 1 year. The per square feet price within a year was 1160. Now from 1160 it has moved to 1430. Now let's look at the transactions. This is the recent one. Let's put the filter as the oldest. So in the recent one, 664 square feet was going for 950,000. Now the oldest, let's say, okay, look at this, 630,000 dirhams. That was someone selling at minus. But let's see if we can say, okay, 647 square feet going for 700,000 dirhams, which is 1080 dirhams per square feet. Now you can see from 1080 dirhams per square feet, it has gone to 1430 dirhams per square feet, roughly around 300 plus change in the per square feet pricing. If I go back like 3 years, you can see the numbers. The numbers are totally different, because 3 years back, the oldest transaction we're looking at of 3rd February 2022, 656 square feet, 530, 646, 465. Now why I'm telling you all this, because after the announcement of the expansion, the prices in the ready property in Emaar South has gone up. But mind you, these buildings are like 2-3 years old, 3 years old I would say. And then you would say, what is the advantage here? The advantage is that Emaar has started launching buildings. Now let me tell you, the first building that was launched recently after the announcement of airport expansion was in Golf Point. I'm going to show you the per square feet pricing of Golf Point. So let me take an exit from here. So this is about Golf Point, the building that Emaar launched after the expansion news, I would say. There they launched a 1-bedroom apartment with 675 square feet size at 850,000 dirhams. Now if you do the calculation, 850,000 divided by 675, that comes out somewhere around 1259. Now this is the price which Emaar has recently launched, the first building, Golf Point. Now let me tell you what was the price of the latest building that Emaar has launched, Golf Acres and Golf Dales. I'm telling you this because you will see a pattern in this. Let me show you the recent launch prices. So this was the Golf Dale and Golf Acres launch, which is the last launch that happened in Emaar South for the apartment. And you can see a 1-bedroom here, 780 square feet. Minimum price is 1.12 million. Now 1.120888, that's the Emaar signature pricing, and then 780. If you do the math, you are looking at around 1437 AED per square feet. Now, you see the difference. It was coming from 1080, that was the per square feet price couple of years back. And for the resale, it has gone to 1437, or let's say 1430 for the sake of calculation. In the launches of Emaar, they started with 1259 and now they have gone to 1430. So you see, the off-plan and resale prices have come up to a level. The resale secondary units have gone up, but again, the advantage for you to buy is something which is under construction. The reason is the ready property, of course, the supply is limited because there are very limited apartments available to purchase, and those are quite old. Whereas in off-plan property, the pricing is currently 1430. Now let me show you again. Let's go back to the master plan and see what all is to come, because Emaar, as a a standard community developer, they always make sure that with each passing launch they increase the pricing. Now you see, this is the master plan as we have seen earlier as well. They are done with this, then this and this, if I am correct. Yeah, golf views, then golf point, and then golf dale and golf acres. So from here, from 1259 to 1437, they have increased the per square feet pricing in the two launches. With each coming launch, they will increase the per square feet pricing. So if you are buying in this, the next launch which is coming up, and if you're buying, let's say 6-7 launches coming up later, there will be a price difference. So earlier is always better in terms of a community launches by Emaar. So that's the reason why you should be looking at the off-plan properties in Emaar South. With each launch, pricing will go up. You will always have an advantage of early movers advantage while you buy in Emaar South community apartments. So in total, if you look at the location, if you look at the kind of supply that is coming up, if you look at kind of demand that's going to happen, if you look at the placement of the product, which is basically on the golf course, your views are always premium because these are the villa communities. So your views are not going to get blocked. Even if you get something on the backside, there are townhouses, especially this patch. Maybe in this patch there will be apartments behind, but these buildings will have the view at the back of the townhouses, open view. On the front you have the golf course view. So the earlier is always better, especially if they are launching something in this patch, then that's your opportunity to buy something which is a very, or I could say, you will be sitting on a gold mine if you buy something in the next couple of launches, because there are a lot more launches to come, and with each passing launch, the prices will go up. So this was all about Emaar South. The average pricing that we can expect in the new launch, that's the next one, somewhere around 1 million to 1.2 million for a 1-bedroom. 2 bedrooms would be on the higher side. Per square foot pricing, as I told, 1437 is already they are selling. Maybe we can expect something around 1500 dirhams per square feet. Yeah, that is the per square feet price we are expecting, looking at the Emaar's track record. But whatever you buy, you will be ending at the positive note once you get it off to the market. Once you take it off the market while selling, you will be selling it at a premium. Even if you rent it out, average rental today is you're looking at around 6%. Looking at the location here, the rental demand would be higher a couple of years down the line. By the time your property is handed over, there will be a lot of people looking at renting in this particular location. So this was all about why you should buy in Emaar South, why you will get 10x returns in this particular property. When I say 10x returns, obviously you need to buy the property and sit on it throughout the community till the time the community is entirely developed. The apartments here, the first building which is ready, golf views, people have bought it for 500,000 dirhams, 1-bedroom apartment. Now Emaar itself is selling at around 1.2 million. So you have already doubled your income. Look at the kind of apartments they are going to come up with, the kind of supply they're going to come up with, the kind of demand they're going to have. So the multifold returns are guaranteed in this community. I have been saying continuously every time, again and again, that this is the location where you should be investing if you are a long-term investor in Dubai real estate market. If you have any questions about Emaar South in particular, all you have to do is call me on my contact number, which is on the screen now. I hope you are enjoying my videos and getting good response on the videos. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe to the channel, because I have seen a lot of people have not subscribed to the channels, so you won't get the new videos that I'm putting up on the YouTube channel. So make sure you subscribe to the channel, and thank you so much for watching, and see you in the next video.